Ladies and gentlemen, we have WWE. So Mercedes Moné gives her thoughts on Evolution 2. I think it's about a timer. They awaited way too long to have an all women's pay-per-view, but I love her and I will always support her and be a huge advocate for women's wrestling. I'm excited for that and for the women that get to perform on that. She said that on IG Live. We have some more clips. She can't stop talking about WWE and referencing WWE. Here's another instance. She quotes the GOAT, John Cena, from one GOAT to another. Okay? We have from one GOAT to another.
Are you sure about that?
Mercedes Moné quotes John Cena here.
Your time is up. My time is now. Mine told me your time is up. My time is now.
So not only is she a fake Bostonian, but she is now biting John Cena. Ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of Mercedes Moné, though, I think she had one more clip of her reacting to the WWE universe. She for sure has some more clips in the AEW news portion. So yeah, we'll get to those in a bit because they're not in this section. However, what is in this section, Jeff Hardy was approached to enter the WWE Hall of Fame as a single star, but he turned down the opportunity because he wanted his brother to go in with him. What a true class act this young Jeff Hardy gentleman is.
And there's great history with both of you with that company. Would you be okay if I've heard you talk about WWE, but it seems like you're so happy in TNA. I have to ask, would you be okay if the rest of your days are with TNA?
Maybe so. I think we do want to. I think we do want to do the WWE Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
I think we would like maybe one last hurrah with WWE, and that could even be possible while working with TNA too. So I mean, we'll see. I mean, it would be nice to still have the most limited schedule we could have, which would optimize the amount of time we can spend at home with our families and our kids. But yeah, I mean, everything's kind of up in the air right now, you know, and we both feel good, and I think we're going to rock and roll as long as we feel like we can do it.
One of you has been asked to go into the WWE Hall of Fame, right? But not as a duo.
Yes, Jeff was.
Jeff.
Yeah.
And why is that? Why do you think you were asked and not Matt?
Because I worked at AEW at the time.
Okay. Yeah, I was just going to say, when was this? And so when Jeff was asked, that's why Jeff bailed out of WWE. And you could tell the way they were pushing him again as a singles. It was like, okay, they brought the Hardys back in, right? And then they were sort of split up. They were pushing Jeff again. And the rumors were, that's like his farewell run, one more big run with Jeff. And then he bailed out of there, went to AEW. And so this isn't like recently. It makes sense. Yeah, pal. That's why. Okay, guys? Vince says, Jeff, but not your brother. He's over there doing magic and with those clowns, but now they'd have both the Hardys in, obviously. That's the marketable, that's the smart thing. And then induct them both as individuals as well.
Okay, so but you've been gone now for over a year. Do you think it's coming?
I mean, yeah, we'll definitely do the.
It's inevitable
one day. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you like for it to be sooner rather than later? Do you care?
I mean, I'm not in a rush.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was thinking 2030. I mean, that's
2030. That's your okay. So they came to you and said, "We want to put you in," and you said, "I'm not going in alone."
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was their reaction?
It just felt weird. It didn't feel right at all. So it's not time for me to do that. And it just didn't feel right going in without Matt. But yeah, I don't know. It's just that in the moment, man, that's the way I felt.
And how did they receive that? Did they understand?
Okay. Well, good luck.
Okay.
in your future endeavors.
Right. That one again.
So he's saying 2030. I think that's a perfect time for them to wrap it up, if not soon. So here's Randy Orton speaking to, I believe, Pro Wrestling Illustrated, and he was just talking about Vince McMahon and how it was time for him to move on.
He gave me so many opportunities, but I think it was kind of time for him to move on. It's unfortunate that it happened in the way that it happened, but it's nice having people in charge of me that understand how important it is for you to be home for birthdays and home for Thanksgiving and home for Christmas. Vince McMahon had us, you know, he had Raw and Monday Night Live where, you know, everyone's doesn't care if he had kids. I came to him when I was 35.
Sports key to wrestling. So
And my back really started going, and I pleaded with him, like, man, I gotta like not do as many shows, maybe do half the tour and be able to recover. And he just looked at me and was like, oh, I need you on those shows, Randy. Mother Nature gets us all. And to hear that and go, okay, well, I guess there's no other, you know, thing I can do other than just, you know, wear myself out down to the nub until, you know, I can't walk anymore for this man. And all the opportunities he gave me, it's nice having him out of there, and it's nice having his son-in-law Triple H running the game. Nick Khan's great. Everybody, the TKO that's come in, stepped in, they seem to get it, and it's just it's a different era.
Yeah.
it's got to be good, even if you know, look to Vince like a father figure. It's got to be good having him out of there. Karrion Kross's Good Soldier t-shirt is currently the #1 best-selling t-shirt on WWE Shop. Again, he's getting a big push, man. WWE Women's United States Champion Giulia sporting the new Karrion Kross tee. And she is there training with Kairi Sane, Io Sky, Matt Riddle, Sumi Sakai, Miyu Yamashita, and Yuka Sakazaki. I think Asuka's back there hiding her face. Who else is there? Yeah. So good shit, pal. And yeah, Matt Riddle running courses and wearing the Shaggy. Oh, Scoob! Wearing the fucking Shaggy trunks. Zoinks, yo. So breaking news. Lance Catamaran is back from, what was it called? Southpaw Regional Wrestling.
Please welcome President Will Darrington.
This is an ad, I think, for John Cena has some show on Amazon Prime, I want to say. I've been binging Invincible Season 3 finally. Last night I watched like 5 episodes of it. Finally. I haven't gotten around. It's like one of my favorite shows. And it's so good. I'm like, why the fuck did I wait so long to catch up on this, you know?
Questions?
But yeah, I saw the John Cena Idris Elba movie or show. I don't know what it is exactly.
Yes. Lance Catamaran, formerly of the Utica Nightly News, currently with South. What are we doing? This whole press conference is a waste of time. Do you know what's not a waste of your time? An action-packed, excellent extravaganza starring Idris Elba, Priyanka Chopra, and John Cena as the president.
Dude, he's mainstream as fuck. It don't get, like, that's a huge movie to be in, or whatever the fuck this is. You know, with Idris Elba, that's big time.
The United States. Imagine that. Imagine no more. Watch Heads of State now. Who the fuck is Lance Catamaran?
And he's the president in it. I'm gonna have to watch that, dude. Fatal Influence did a TikTok with the Iconics, and this is what I'm talking about. I hope we see the Iconics fighting for the women's knockouts titles and the women's tag titles in WWE eventually again. So again, just more music that. There's the Iconics, the inspiration. I'm here for it, Eric. So speaking of here for it, Randy Orton was talking how he's glad that Vince is not here for it anymore, backstage and operating, you know, the day-to-day stuff, that is. And Randy Orton speaks on his struggles with depression and anxiety. And he reveals that he is 6 months off his depression medication, thank God. And it's fucked, man, because if you're taking like pills for the back and shit too, that can mess up your chemical, like give you an imbalance, and then you got to take some shit to try and balance that out. And it can be a never-ending nightmare. So round of applause for Randy for fucking pulling through. And this is on Fanatics, Stephanie McMahon, where they got jerseys draped up. Fanatics. It's like they're in the store. You can buy this and this and this.
Wrestler or a pro athlete. During that time, that 6 months where I thought that was it, like it was like such a, like I always, like when I was younger, I felt like so mentally strong and mentally tough and nothing could shake me. And like I got to like a dark place and I started to revert back to some of my old habits, and I've got a wife and 5 kids, and luckily I was able to kind of nip it in the bud quick. She saw it happening, and I was put on some SSRIs, and
I don't know what that is.
It's like a anti-depression, anti-anxiety medication, and I've actually been off of them for about 6 months, and I feel like I'm myself again. But I needed them for a few years,
Yeah.
Steph, because like I can't believe I'm talking about this. I didn't know if I could do this job anymore. Even after I came back, I started to like my head was just going all. It was like playing out all the scenarios. Worst case, it was trying to go to bed at night.
Yeah, you guys hear that, man? Just enjoy every moment of Randy you have left. I'm fucking telling you.
And then not being able to lay down in bed because my mind would start going, and then all of a sudden I'd get like hot and I'd have to get out of bed, and then I'd be like, everyone's sleeping in the house, and I'm out like walking around our yard, just like taking deep breaths.
It's unfortunate. But luckily he pulled through and is off the depression stuff, you know, and everyone deals with anxiety in different ways. It can be intense. I know I've gotten it intense a bunch of times in my life, you know, and for different reasons too. Sometimes it's not even like necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes there's like excitement, anxiety even that fucks you up for different reasons. And then, yeah, him falling back into his old ways. So what does that mean? Like probably boozing, pilling a little bit, maybe. So thank God he came out of the other side of that, because God, Lord only know. We too many stories, right? We've all got one, and we've all heard some about how that shit has affected people. So moving along, and speaking of somebody who signed a 1-year extension, those close to AJ claims he signed a 1-year extension. I've been saying forever, like I could see AJ. He's already signed 1 year, so now he's going to go past the date that he set out for himself, I believe, by signing a 1 year. Like he set an age for himself. He's like, I'm not going past that. And I think by signing a 1-year extension, he's now going to go past that date, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I could absolutely see him retiring from WWE, getting inducted, doing all that. But I could absolutely see him doing a one-off in AEW. I could absolutely see him doing a one-off in New Japan. I could absolutely see him maybe even in a TNA. I don't know about a match in TNA, but he'll get inducted in their Hall of Fame after he does WWE's. He said that publicly, like, I just want to get inducted into WWE's first out of respect, and then I'll get inducted into TNA. So he'll get inducted there. If he's made an appearance at Slammiversary, I wouldn't be shocked, okay? He signed that 1-year extension. He can still go. He's still healthy. He's still over. There's still some mileage there. And I think before all is said and done, it's just 1 year. So after this year, what, another year? I don't know. I've told you guys, this is so many wrestlers' farewell in WWE. Be ready for it. AJ's one of them. Enjoy every last AJ moment you get. And especially if you're like, fuck AEW, enjoy the last bit of it in WWE. And him going and getting a one-off at next year's All In for a big bag, that's not going to deter WWE from wanting to work with him or anything, you know? And I don't see him wrestling full-time for any other company or anywhere, or even WWE. And maybe they just pay him enough to keep him so that he can just do, hey, I'll just show up for SummerSlam and then I'll show up for Mania. Like maybe if they value that in him, or if they see that in him, which maybe some people would argue he's not that kind of guy. Like he's not at a Cena level where you could do that with him. I think you could, because he's a special wrestler, you know, and he's preserved his body, even though he's done crazy shit, to the point where if he disappeared for a year and came back, I'm not worried if AJ could have a good match or not, right? He's like the fucking litmus test, in my opinion. I just think we see him one time in New Japan, one time in AEW. We see him on a TNA show. We see him just around. I could totally see AJ being that guy. And shout him out, and yeah, certified Hall of Famer. And if this is his last year, again, fucking round of applause and enjoy these superstars, man. A lot of them won't be here much longer. They're saying The Miz is coming back. Well, is he? When's his contract up, right? He might have been going to do this show and his contract's up right after he gets back, and he knows it, and they haven't, and that's why he deleted WWE from his shit. So he's like, oh, fuck, you know, they haven't even given me a new deal yet, and I'm going to do the show, you know? You might have a feeling about it. Who knows? So just enjoy what you can. But the Undertaker's daughter here doing like a crazy flip, and I'm surprised Taker lets her do this.
Let's get ready to
No flippy shit in my house, or you'll rest in peace. She's doing flippy shit. Okay, so there's Michelle McCool's daughter and Undertaker's daughter, and she's doing flippy shit. So already she's going to be an amazing athlete because of her parents. We pretty much know that. But Damian Priest, so we talked about it on the show. Allegedly, he's dating Kaden Carter, and then allegedly he's dating Lana, and now he's like confirmed dating Lola Vice, and they're just out taking pictures, and he's snapping photos of Lola. So I don't know, man. What do they call him? Bisexual Undertaker or metrosexual Undertaker, whatever. He's got game, dude. So here's Rey Mysterio again, another guy who says it's definitely very close. Rey Mysterio talking about his retirement. And thank God they have this AAA shit set up because he's going to be such a great brand ambassador for both. Fucking Rey Mysterio could manage like the way he manages these LWO guys already. He could fucking manage people in the future, and maybe there's a story way down the line where he like earns his dad manages Dom or something, you know. We don't know, but all I'm saying is Ray's also saying that his time is very close to being done.
Thoughts on retirement? Like, I know that probably like creeps in, right? Like,
oh, it's definitely really close. Yeah. It's really close, but at the same time,
please don't.
I'm so motivated.
Yeah.
You know what? 'Cause a lot of people ask me, what keeps you going?
Yeah.
I think that once my son started to wrestle, that kind of pushed me to continue because I was really getting very close to calling it quits, but that just kind of, it gave me that second win.
Wow.
And
like a new spark.
Yes. And it pushed me to keep going. And to be honest, I know I'm going to still enjoy it when I retire, but I'm going to have to tap out. I still love what I do. And I always have. So
I love that.
I love hearing stories when I connect with fans.
Yeah.
How they grew up watching me, or I gave them a mask at one point, or just
that motherfucker slapped my hand once, and I just couldn't even tell you. I marked out so hard. It was like a memory still with me to this day.
Connected with them. I love hearing stories.
I think that's the person who recorded
like that, and the connection with the fans. I think that I gave him a mask at one point, or just connected.
Yeah, that's the video. I'm like, what is that? I don't even have a device that makes that sound.
Stories like that, and the connection.
I'm being hacked
with the fans. I think that also keeps me on the road.
Yeah, so shout out Ray, dude. So speaking again, a guy who's just been going and going. Charles Robinson said he's aiming for 30 years with WWE before retiring. He says I started in 2001, so I'm aiming for at least another 6 years. I still love what I do, and I feel great. So yeah, man, hopefully he goes another 6. I think he could make it. Little Nate, 30, that'd be the perfect time to end it. Here's CM Punk making his first appearance on Syfy's new show, Revival.
Let's talk.
So I think Punk is this Tommy guy who's on the phone.
Hey, brother.
Got news. Boss is thrilled with the new business opportunity in Wausau, and he wants us to help him run it.
Yeah? Check Kings, baby.
Shut the hell up, Andrew.
There's a problem, though. I talked you boys up enough, but
ain't no way in hell you're running this operation, so you need to get me back over the border. You still play poker with that piece of shit Irish cop?
Yeah, he's
I don't know. What do you guys think of his line delivery? I'm not hating. There's just a sense of that, like playing 2K mode. And it's like the storyline, like My Rise or whatever, you know, and he's reading fucking lines. Like there's a bit of that vibe, but it's a sci-fi show. So it's not like it's going to be blow you away fucking acting. Well, maybe in some parts, but that's probably what this guy's job is, you know?
Good. Overpay.
Get him back on the line. That'll get me back in there. And this is important.
You want Ma to die in that termite-infested shithole?
Because I'd like to see her in a real house. One with a painting studio.
For God's sakes, hurry up.
Excuse me.
I'm done waiting.
What is with the hostility, brother?
It's an emergency.
This is like Dumb and Dumber. Get off the phone. Get off the phone.
Oh, it's an emergency. Yeah, hang on.
It's a little cheesy. I'm not going to lie. He's way better on that show, Heels. I don't know the full tone of the show, though, so that could be fitting the tone perfectly, just the vibe I'm getting. He's a little cheesier than the other dude. who he's on the other end of the line with. So again, Superman did the crossover with AEW. They also did a crossover with SmackDown, and not all of SmackDown rather, but I think good portions of it where the barricade and the ring were all covered in the SmackDown S emblem. And of course, the marketing budget is uncanny for that.